Hi everyone, this is Sarah Mitchell speaking. I'm a senior trumpet music education major, and I found a topic that really interested me when it comes to technology and education working together. A little bit of a backstory. So when I was in high school, my AP Language and Composition teacher was one of my favorites because he brought so many different aspects to the table. So in high school, being a musician, I mostly did band, jazz, and choir, but I also really enjoyed writing, and not just like research papers, but I really enjoy creative writing even still. My teacher was pretty forward when it came to education and often showed us videos and had us discuss the flaws of the education system. So he showed us things like this video, which I'm going to show you guys now. So this video begins like this.
Albert Einstein once said, "Everybody's a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid." Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today on trial we have modern day schooling. Glad you could come. Not only does he make fish climb trees, but also makes them climb down and do a 10-mile run. Tell me, school, are you proud of the things you've done? Turning millions of people into robots, do you find that fun? Do you realize how many kids relate to that fish swimming upstream in class, never finding their gifts, thinking they are...
So you guys get the idea. But my teacher also gave us a lot of freedom in the classroom, and he actually believed that the classroom environment in itself could influence our learning and would change the setup of the actual classroom itself to increase our productivity and help us get into the right state of mind. So throughout the year, we saw shifts almost monthly in the way that the classroom was set up. We went from having desks lined up in rows to eventually getting tables and eventually painting those tables with whiteboard paint so we could write on them. He painted an entire wall with chalkboard paint, and we got to write and draw everything on that. The coolest part was he let us do all of that, and we made the suggestions, and he helped us make it happen. As educators, I think that all of our students want to be trusted with freedom to think unconventionally and ultra creatively without being boxed in or told that's not how it's done. So that is what makerspaces can do. So I'm going to pull up a Twitter account and show you what that looks like. So here we have my high school English teacher's Twitter account, which again, very forward. So he actually sends out assignments sometimes on Twitter. So before we get into that, I want to explain what makerspaces are. And makerspaces are basically classroom setups that can be defined as a place and an atmosphere that enhances collaboration, creativity, and concentration. It can be anything that the class requires, needs, or wants. So most of the time, makerspace classrooms are often for STEAM classes, which are science, technology, and engineering, art, and mathematics. But I also believe that with little effort, any classroom could be turned into one of these. So even a music classroom, like in my case, could have group practice areas in the corners in the back of the room. It could have music theory resources, or even places to work on homework or try out different instruments. So here are some examples of what these classrooms look like. So this was before we got the new desks, chairs, and tables and stuff. So you can see that right here. So everything kind of just enhances collaboration. So a lot has changed since then, and it now looks more like this. So the tables promote the sharing of ideas and discussion and collaboration. The colors provide a certain aesthetic to help the students associate the room with creativity and life, and instead of the uniform drabness of their other classrooms. Here we have another teacher's makerspace classroom, which I really like the look of this one. If we go this way, got some pictures here. And it can really be anything that your class needs or wants it to be. it can literally be anything. This teacher did something else, so they have like an imagination lab, I guess. Sometimes these work better in elementary schools, but for high schoolers, you can definitely let them have the freedom to do a lot. And then here we have this one. So this teacher actually used a green screen in class, which I think is really hilarious, but that's just me. And then we also have this one, and this is actually a library that has turned its part of it into a makerspace. So these girls actually proved a scientific theory wrong by using the tools that were provided in the library. So why is this important? So I'm just going to go back here real quick. So why is this important? Having a space that works for your classroom is so much more important than I think that we really know. We shouldn't have to keep things the same way. Desks have been in rows since the beginning of school started, years and hundreds of years. It's been this way for so long. So why not let students use tables, stools, or carpets in ways that work best for them? This would promote new ways of learning and collaboration and discussions and sharing, and it would help them in, I think, drastic ways. We don't even have to make our classrooms look exactly like these. They can be simple, they can be complex, they can be whatever our classrooms need them to be. Because let's be real here, you are going to know what your future class is and needs better than anyone else. And you can involve your students in the process. You can ask them to make suggestions and tell you what they think you need. So if you want to learn some more about it, do some Googling, and also you can scroll through my high school English teacher's professional account, which if we scroll all the way up here, it is at Sisyphean High. So thanks for watching. Bye.